Good morning. My name is Directorzamba and I'm director of Blossom Learning Center. So our students are getting very good score in the PT. So if you want to get the same score, you don't need to come us. We will reach to you. So the thing is that we will just send you one type of the particularly format that how our students are working here. I just shared with you a routine for a 1 week that if your exam is after 1 week, I just shared with you a 1 week routine and you will get surely very good score if you just go with that. I'll just tell you all the things in that, how many things you have to do and what's the timing for that, and how you have to do all the things to get very good score, that is 90 and near to the 90 score. So for that, if you want to get that routine from us, so please subscribe our channel and send me your particular subscribe screenshot on this particular mobile number जो आपको स्क्रीन पे दिखाई दे रहा है. Just share with me and I'll just send you the routine within 24 hours. I'll just send you that routine. So do it as soon as possible if you want to get the formats and tips and tricks. So I need to be that you just share this particular channel with your 5 different friends, those that are doing PT right now, and just share with the knowledge with them as well. So if you just do that, just once again send me the screenshot with the 5 different students on the behalf of your approach. So I'll just share with you the routine, the tips and the tricks as well. So do it as soon as possible if you want to get that score as you just see on the screen. So have a nice day. Bye.
The author expressed an idea that modern readers invariably cannot accept.
The Internet provides unusual opportunities for students and current events.
The clear evidence between brain events and behavioral events is always fascinating.
The contest includes both land living history and the human history. I would like an egg and tomatoes on white sandwich bread with orange juice.
The first few sentences of an essay should capture the reader's attention.
Glass is not a real solid, because it doesn't have a crystal structure.
The United States is the largest chocolate manufacturing country.
The minimal mark for distinction to be awarded is no less than 75%. The office opens on Mondays and Thursdays directly following the freshman induction seminar. Opens on Mondays and Thursdays directly following the freshman induction seminar.
I'm a dietitian and I work in clinical weight loss recently. Accurately estimating portion size is critical in research or real-world settings. For example, if you're trying to watch your weight and you're out to dinner and you're presented with a bowl of food, there's no really good way to actually estimate how much you're eating unless you're gonna whip some scales out of your bag. So we wanted to find a more objective way for people to quantify what they're eating when they're out and about. I came up with a more hands-on approach. We get people to measure the dimensions of the food using the width of their fingers and remembering back to primary school maths. We use the geometric volume formulas to estimate the weight of the food. To show you how this works, I've ordered a piece of lasagna and that's my box, a glass of wine and that's my cylinder. And I'm feeling pretty healthy, so I order some watermelon for dessert. And that's my wedge. So this lasagna, it is 7 by 5 by 4 fingers. In the future, I see this method be incorporated into smartphone applications. So you put your fingers within, along with your height and your weight. And the app will do all of the calculations for you. And then you've got a more accurate way to estimate the portion size.
We can ask two fundamental questions about animal behavior. They refer to as proximate and ultimate. Proximate questions are those concerned with the mechanisms that bring about behavior. Ultimate questions are those concerned with the evolution of behavior. We can divide the proximate and ultimate questions into two sub-questions. For proximate, how does the behavior develop? And secondly, what causes the behavior? For ultimate, you can ask how did the behavior evolve? And secondly, what is the adaptive significance of the behavior? What is purpose? Together these comprise what are called Tinbergen's 4 questions about animal behavior. Knight Tinbergen was one of the founding fathers of the study of animal behavior. These questions represent the different ways of studying animal behavior, and understanding the difference between those 4 questions are fundamental to understanding behavior, and indeed the whole of biology. How do we study animal behavior? Well, that depends on the type of question we're hoping to answer.
This is one picture that you probably all know where it is when you see it. It's a familiar looking image. It is something that we all have some personal experience with, right? This is a chest X-ray that would be taken in your doctor's office, for example, or radiologist's office. And it is a good example of biomedical engineering, and that it takes a physical principle. That is, how do X-rays interact with the tissues of your body, and it uses that physics. That physical principle to develop a picture of what's inside your body, so to look inside and see things you couldn't see without this device. And you'll recognize some parts of the image. You can see the rib cage here, the bones, you can see the heart is the large bright object down here. If you have good eyesight from the distance, you can see the vessels leading out of the heart and into the lungs, and the lungs are darker spaces within rib cage.
How would you describe an animal that no longer exists on the earth?
Which shape has 4 equal sides and 4 angles, and each angle is a right angle?
What is the book that describes your own life story?
What's the force that pushes everything to the earth?
Where does a camel normally live? Where does a camel normally live?
What would call a doctor who sells prescribed medicines? What would call a doctor who sells prescribed medicines?
Apart from coffee and tea, what beverages also contain caffeine?
What is the big musical instrument that has 88 black and white keys?
Which one would you use to describe the desert, humidity or aridity?
What do you call the person who plays musical instruments as a job?